Hey everybody, how's it going? Today is May 4th. May the 4th be with you. It is a Thursday. You know what that means. Monster Strike news. And, well, actually, we don't really need to go too fast this time, because actually the amount of news today is on the short side. I was actually a little bit afraid of what they were hiding because of how empty that table of contents was at the very beginning. You know, saying what they're going to talk about. But it actually was that light this time. So, good for me. We have a new area for the collab. It is going to be Ymir's item creation. Shiso? Shiso Ymir? No, item say. What we're gonna do here is you're just gonna be able to point and click to get items. You just have to wait and it'll be there for you. Great, 3 items. Gonna be nice. It will begin on the 7th of May. So you're gonna have to wait a few days before it gets kicked off. But hey, you get free items. Let's see how that works. When you enter the screen, you'll be greeted with this UI that will give you an option to pick from 6 different items. It'll be randomly selected for you, and under that item you will see a number and some kanji there. For those of you who can't read, good news, all you have to worry about is the number, because that represents the number of hours it will take before that item is available to be picked up. So for example, you see that the super power scroll has been picked, and there is a 20 under there. So that means after 20 hours, you will be able to come back to this area and pick up that item, and then do this all again, right? Pick the item you want to create, wait that amount of time, get it, repeat. Can't be harder than this. But after some time, you may see a icon that is not familiar. It is a reset icon, and unfortunately it's in katakana, but I'm sure you can tell what 2 arrows are, even, well, it's pictography. So what this will do is, of course, reset the board completely. It will throw out the existing board and any other items that are currently onto it and give you a fresh new board. However, the other good thing that this reset button will do, it will reset the history of all items that you have already collected. My assumption is, of course, that any of the higher tier rewards, like those super type scrolls, you will only be able to get one of at, with the current pool. However, once you hit that reset button, you will be able to clean the board and also reset the chance to get another copy of that particular super type scroll. Now, of course, that does mean that you have a choice. Maybe you really wanted the super balance scroll and you haven't seen it yet, and now the reset button came up, but you have all these other garbage items for you right now. Do you want to wait 4 hours and keep seeing if you can pull that super balance scroll, or would you rather just reset it so that you could get, roll your chance to get another super, blast scroll or something? So an interesting thing to think about, but it's pretty straightforward. Don't lose your lunch over it. Should be a nice way to get something done. Now here is the list of items that you can get on that board. You can see that the more interesting items are on the left side of the screen and will take more time to create. Those super type scrolls will require you to wait 20 hours. Whereas the lower, not so interesting items like your friend refresh list, continue min, stamina min, only costs 4 hours of wait time before you can pick it up. So keep that in mind when you pick your item. And of course, like I said, you will be getting additional rewards based on the total number of items you have created in this area. You can see your first item created will give you a title. Second item gives you an alternate strike shot voice. Likewise for item number 3. The 4th item will not only give you a title, but the the good job sticker for the character you see there. Sorry, I'm really sorry, I do not know their name. The 5th item you create will give you Erwin, I think. You'll get his alternate strike shot voice set, as well as a good job sticker for him. And then if you go all the way up to 10 items collected, you will be able to get a Abelberry scroll. And that's it for the collab. There's actually not much that was talked about today, which does make me think that we will be looking forward to some extra news next week as well. Particularly because we don't have a Strikers card available. I'm pretty confident that every collab nowadays will have one available somewhere. So we'll probably get a new Chokyu Kyoku quest, as well as a mission or something related to that Chokyu Kyoku quest, so that you can pick up, or maybe something with the missions will be expanded a little bit. You know, there'll be something. I'm pretty confident. So stay tuned for next week's news for any more details about the collab. But for today, we will wrap up with Monster Strike Day coming in under a week. The 10th is Monster Strike Day. That Tokudama is, of course, for the current collab right now for Attack on Titan. And if you have 3 or more lucky monsters, you can also pick up 2 Miracle Mins if that tickles your fancy. The Transcension Kai for this week goes to Ares, the god of war, and his skill set looks like this. We've got Pierce, Deity Superpower, Mind Super M, Super Anti-Speed Down Wall, Light Element Resist. That's all on the main. He has no gauge. On the Connect skill, you've got Super Anti-Gravity Barrier along with Counter Killer M and a Super Strike Shot Turn Reducer. The requirements there is 3 or more non-deity classes or 3 or more non-power types in your team. Now, obviously 3 or more is explicitly saying you can only have 1 Ares at most. And I guess, you know, the amount of abilities you get in return is maybe reasonable to say you're limited to 3+, Super Gravity Barrier, Counter Killer M, as well as a Super Strike Shot Turn Reducer, which of course ties into his insane 30+10 Strike Shot of Speed Power Up and Explode on the first enemy hit. This is Solomon's evolution form Strike Shot, if you remember that. So it is fairly powerful. Obviously the 30+10 is a little bit daunting, but you do have a way to reduce it, which I guess is okay. But still, 40 turn Strike Shot is quite a rarity in the Monster Strike world. Bump combo, you got a Cross Bomber, and I think it's the X. And they go diagonal. And the Chozetsu Pierce Poison Lock On Shockwave 6 for Ares here. And if you do have an Ares, and I do believe I have one on my main at least, he will be available on next Tuesday, May 9th, noon, Japan time. The other Transcension that was announced is Betelgeuse. We are whittling down on the number of remaining characters that do not have Betelgeuse, and I think it may line up nicely to the anniversary, right, in September, October. So we might be getting, you know, there's like occasionally a few weeks we don't see any Transcensions. I think we might get a healthy stream of them coming up to that, you know, final set of monsters who have not gotten theirs yet. But anyways, Betelgeuse is the one that got it now. Demi-Hume Balance type as a Pierce. Super Anti-Damage Wall, Mind Super M, Water Element Killer on the main. On the gauge we have Anti-Warp and Status Effect Recovery. On the Strike Shot, it's a 16+8 speed and power up and will reveal all weak points of hit enemies. Bump combo is a Wood Chozetsu Pierce Spread EL5 along with Super Defense Down Blast. Where he can go, I don't know off the top of my head, but you know, we'll see. That's what other people are for the internet. I'm sorry, I don't have that information. But that's actually it. We have nothing else to talk about today. It's been a pretty quick news. Monster Strike news will be at the same time next week. And here's a look at next week's lucky monsters. If you see anybody that would be suspicious, we've got what? Maximum Turkey and Aji Dahaka. Does that hint at anything? I don't know. If you know Attack on Titan, think about it. I mean, obviously we have Bertolt Huber and Reiner Brown available. Maybe there's a tie there. I don't know. I don't know Attack on Titan. So that is the case. Maybe one day we'll get a collab that I actually know like the back of my hand. It's gonna be hard. Don't watch much anymore. Anyways, that's it for me today. Thank you for watching. We are going to clock in under 10 minutes, which is quite a rarity for Monster Strike news. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe. Twitter, END Monst. I am translating the missions as fast as I can. Sometimes I forget to post on Twitter or Discord, but you should be able to see it after some time there. So take a look at that. And that's it for me today. Until next time, bye bye.